This special C Sports presentation is brought to you by RowRacing.com. If you want to find a league, watch digital racing content, or buy racing accessories, visit them through the link in the description.
Hello, everybody, and sorry for the stutter, first of all, but also welcome to the NRRA Chase for the Globe. Rounds number 10 is already round 6. You should not be surprised. We've been flying through these races. But anyways, round number 6 of the NRRA Chase for the Globe here. And we find ourselves today in Worldwide Technology Raceway Worldwide Technology Raceway, formerly known as Raceway Motorsports Park, which has Gateway Motorsports Park, which has hosted NASCAR, IndyCar, drag racing, and karting event. But anyways, moving on from that, this 5 kilometers, aka 3.1 miles, this track is 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles east of St. Louis near the Gateway Arch. 1.25 miles or 2.012 kilometers of asphalt oval with 4 turns await our racers today. 11 degrees of banking and 1 and 2, which we are just gonna be at pit exit on the exit of turn 2. And 9 degrees in turns 3 and 4. Now, if we discuss some notable achievements in real life, 2025 Enjoy Illinois 300 was won by Denny Hamlin. The year before that, it was Austin Cindric. And the year before that, it was Kyle Busch winning for the first time in his career. But other than that, if we have a look at our Chase for the Globe point standings, you'll see that V. Colby still holds the lead, but V. Colby is being chased down by Victoria Gearing in that 45 machine. But before we get further into that, I do want to introduce the people helping me today. First of all, Lushy. You may see him from the BFC commentary on the C Sports Network. So, Lushy, welcome back to Motorsports Racing and the NRRA.
It's been a while.
It really has. I can't remember the last time.
It's been a couple months, but we're back better than ever, and what a time to join in right in the middle of the Chase for the Globe.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time that Lushy joined us in the NRRA live commentary booth.
I think it was Daytona.
I think, part of me wants to think so.
No, it was Music City. That was the last one. I vividly remember it.
Yeah,
it was Music
Nashville.
City back in March.
Nashville back in March. Yep. But
doing our live streaming
for today. Doing our live streaming for today, we've got the rector, president, whoever you want to call him. It's Gene. I've had a brain fart. I've had a brain fart.
It's a Gene Hernandez.
Welcome, 14. Thank you for joining me and Lushy. Thank you for streaming. But
Yeah, he's leaving it to the experts.
definitely. But if we go ahead and yep, you're our camera guy. But if we go ahead and get into the point standings, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, V. Colby, he's been dominant, but Victoria Gearing has started to catch up to him. And
Yeah.
if we have that graphic pulled up here in a second, anyways,
Yeah.
V. Colby, he's Team Motorsports. He most recently finished 4th, and his most recent win was at Bristol, which not far from Music City, Lushy.
Yes, it is. Well, V. Colby's last race, yeah, Bristol. Bristol, how far away was that? That is. Oh, I've got to track back in my records. Bristol. Someone in my ears tell me when that was. Never mind, I've had it. That was 2 weeks. That was 2 races ago at the Bash Shop Pro Night Race.
Yes.
And sadly, I wasn't there for that, but still.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shop's night race. I think one of the first night races.
I think it's the only night race we've had.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But one of the one of the first night races we've had in the season. Anyways, that was his most recent win, but he has not been able to win in the races to follow. However, 11 poles, 14 top 5s. He's been pretty consistent. Now,
yeah, 11 poles, 14 top 5s in 17 stops, or in 17 starts. Oof, probably one of the best averages there for V. Colby. I think it's an average finish of 3.8, which is crazy.
now,
Shows why he is in the lead.
yeah, now V. Colby does have the wins to go along with it. One of those, like we said, was Bristol. But I think the thing that we need to focus on more with V. Colby is his pole positions. The pole positions that have led him to those wins. And so, again, just absolutely amazing from V. Colby. Now, moving on throughout the rest of the chasers. Vicky Gearing, the 45. He racing for Full Throttle Racing. He most recently won, and she won the last race 2 weeks ago at Talladega.
Yeah, Talladega, very tricky circuit it is. And to get your head around.
Yeah, and you can ask Gene as well. Gene, that was one of the closest finishes that I saw in my road racing commentary career.
God, I gotta go back and watch the highlights on that.
Definitely. But moving on, she currently sits at 2 wins and 5 top 5s. I think there might be a chance for her to pick up her third win. And we have just received word, not really, but the server
it's appeared on the screen.
Shut down.
So, yeah, it's appeared on the screen.
So we will be right back with coverage of the NRRA Cup Series Chase for the Globe here with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140 at Gateway. The track formerly known as Gateway, I should correct myself, also known as Worldwide Technology Raceway currently.
Wait, that tax. I get the first bite.
Oh, okay.
The feeling you remember, wrapped up in a hoagie. Same Hoagie Fest love, now a full meal. Gotta have a Wawa.
When you work on cars as much as I do, you learn what matters most. And for me, that's trust. What sets Advance apart is the people. They don't just hand me parts. They help me get back on the road. They've always got the right parts at the right price, right when I need them. Whether you just need your battery tested or you've got years of experience, Advance Auto Parts is right around the corner and ready to help.
This is how we advance.
B. Colby is the man to beat this season.
B. Colby, he has been the dominant car all weekend.
But Daytona 500 champ.
Is this the best NASCAR game on Roblox?
Can switch in a Geico.
And Lushy, in the document, if you want to... Okay, all right. Welcome back. We apologize for that interruption. But we welcome you back to coverage of the worldwide technology raceway race known as the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140. And once again, we are joined by Lushy from the pro sports world. Lushy, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
It's been a while since I've done stuff like this, and it's great to be back.
Yes, we welcome you back, and we appreciate you for joining us. But ignore that. George of all trades does not know what he's doing. Anyways, moving on from that, we now have our qualifying order set. So, before we talk about that, even let's go ahead and talk about a few more drivers in the chase. So, Gyronics racing for Sky High Motorsports. His most recent finish was 9th. No wins to date, but his consistency has led him to be in this top 10. Leslie, get up here.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it on the stage.
Anyway, I just saw you were off stage. But
I accidentally joined the tower.
But anyways, Lushy, Skyronics racing for Sky High Motorsports, he's been pretty consistent. No wins to date, but his most recent finish was 9th. And he has had 3 top 5s. So I would be surprised if he kept that consistency going, especially if he did qualify well, which I don't think he did. No, he did not.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he was to keep this consistency going.
Yeah. Gyronics, this season so far, 16 starts. 14 of those of a top 10 finish. 3 of them with a top 5, 3 DNFs, with an average qualifying position of around 9.1, average finishing at exactly 8. There's a bit of statistics for you from our statistics side of C Media.
Yeah. And we appreciate you for that. Now, overpaid racing for hydrogen peroxide racing. His most recent finish was 13th. Not doing the best, unfortunately. Most recent win at New Hampshire, again, a pretty sizable long time ago. But he has picked up one win, and he does have 6 top 5s to his name.
Yeah. The Doom. Stay hydrated, everyone.
Yeah, the little advertisement for water from C Media. Anyways, Ray Wolfo racing for Swift Motorsports. His teammate a little bit further down in the standings, but Ray's most recent finish was second 2 weeks ago. Again, just behind the 45 of Victoria Gearing. No race wins to date, but he does have 5 top 5s. And we are now getting the stage set to get this race underway. You see the field currently lined up on pit road. Beautiful camera work from our guy Gene. Anyways.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good race, it is, in my eyes.
Yeah.
50 lap of... Oh.
Yep, and this track races like a short track. So you should see some close racing. And also, the drivers now pulling out of pit road gonna start pacing along with the speed check. Now, in case you're not aware, that green bar behind the pace car just making sure that the drivers do not try to pass it, and we have no idea what the pace car is doing, but B-Rad is not cooking.
And like I'm going to say as well, it's going to be 110 laps of pure adrenaline, 55 laps in the first stage, followed by a break, and a 55 lap second stage.
And V Colby has just been given to the rear, and we're going green next time.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, points. Let's quickly look at the points while we've got some time.
Yes, thank you for that. Having a look at the points, we see Victoria Gearing, like we've talked about before, now in second, and green flag.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Huh? Green next time. We're actually
full stop. Okay, perfect.
We're actually not
this time.
Going to. There's one to go, we're being told. But anyways, V Colby, your points leader, 2,260 points. And we're gonna redo it because that was chaotic.
Right, that gives us a bit more time to go through the points.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of.
We're gonna try this again. The drivers are going to be allowed to repit. So good on them. But going through the points once again, let's try this again. V Colby on top, 2,260 points, 8 wins, 744 laps led. Just again showing that domination. And in his rookie season at that. And now you're seeing that a few people have been caught speeding on pit road, but no penalty is going to be applied. Might be for that roughing or whatever. But anyways, off of that top subject, back to our point standings. Aiden Moore in third position, 2,148 points, 1 win, 61 laps led. And you see it right there, Skyronics, 0 wins rather, 24 laps led, 2,126 points. Little bit of a distance between fourth and third in the standings, but overpaid in the 25. 1 win, 140 laps led, 2,117 points to his name. Racing Pimiento, we call him Ray Wolfo here. He's going to be 6th at the moment. No wins, 75 laps led, 2,111 laps, and we're going to be going green this time, side note. 6 points behind Racing, or rather behind Overpaid. And now we're going to go back to the actual live broadcast.
Yeah, it's mental to say that our top 3 contenders for the lead are just only separated by just around 115 points.
Yep, and coming off of turn 4 into the restart zone, V. Colby gonna lead them to green. Green flag is in the air. And look who got the jump, or look who is in second, rather. Ooh,
oh my God.
What was that? Caution immediately thrown, but it was the 77 of... It was the 70... I can't talk. Anyways, it was the 77 of Mason Tyler in second.
I know, for anyone who didn't know what just happened, do not scratch your eyes. A car...
But the C-frames here are pretty bad. So
see, that's why when you're going into turn 1, you don't go all 4 tires off, because you are gonna get flung, and you're gonna be probably one of the You're probably gonna be a laughing stock for probably the entire race
at the back, like Mason Tyler has shown us. No pits. We are green next time. And there's an exploiter. Just perfect. And if we still lag, we're gonna shut it down. And for some reason, what's his name? V. Colby's going to the back. I don't know why. Green this time. So, getting with Diamond Eastlaw in that number $47 General Dodge. He's going to lead us to green on out of turn 4. He comes into the restart zone for attempt number 2. Green flag in the air. And it is clean this time. But commentator's curse always does happen to squeeze its way into our broadcasts. Rewind further back, but they're going to keep it clean for the most part. And George of all trades finds his way into second. Let's see if you want to jump in. That'd be awesome. You should be. Oh wait, he might be AFK. So we're just gonna keep going. Yeah. So far, it's been pretty clean racing, except for that incident that caused our first caution of the day for C-frame. Little bit slidey is gonna be the 11 in that Liquid Death 11 Ford Racing machine. And we are just about to receive confirmation as the 21 looking for second over the 61. Not going to find it, but looking for confirmation to see if it's laggy. And Diamond Beast Law in the 40s in the lead, telling us that it's not over the radio. And they're battling. They're straight battling further back, losing even more time. As here comes the 77 to pass the 11. 21 looking again on the 61, but he gets a little bit loose. Manages to keep it clean. And as it stands, Diamond Beast Law is going to lead the race from George of all trades, who is under threat from P3 in Skyronic. Mason Tyler and the 11 of Aiden Moore, both looking to lurch on any mistake from that 21. And the 77 made a little bit of a mistake coming out of turn number 2. The 11 looking down his inside and gonna make the move stick. So the 11 of Aiden Moore back up into P4.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet decided it didn't want to work on the restart. So, yeah. Perfect timing, eh?
Yeah, pretty perfect timing as here comes The 11 on the
what a move.
21. Make the move stick. Gonna make it 3 wide between the 77 to 29 and himself. Looking to get past V. Colby, who did drop back. And the 21 also gonna be given a verbal for that, as the 11 decides to slam it into the inside wall off of turn number 2.
And that's one of probably one of the best moves of the 21. Goes around the 77.
Yep. Ironics has been looking fast, and he's showing it here. He's showing he's capable of making moves stick, as he's going to help the 29 to get past the 11. The 11 just has the momentum. Now, both of them chasing down the 61, who has fallen a little bit back to the 47. What a surprise this is. I think before tonight, everybody considered Diamond pretty much out of the race. But he's showing that he still has it. He still has it. Almost 3 wide for third there. And I'm starting to make it 2 wide for second. E. Colby looking to the outside of the 61. He makes the move stick for the moment, but here comes the 11. And the 61 collects, or the 29 collects the 61. The 77 also slams the pit wall. The 61 not cleared for a verbal. Well, it was not cleared and he got a verbal, I should say. So I do apologize for my lack of intelligence in that moment. Anyways, here comes the 29 looking on the 61. He's going to make the move stick, but the 61 has a response for him. Is he going to move up around the outside? Here comes the 21, bump and run to the 77. You're going to see that a bunch, especially at these short tracks. We saw that at Bristol, and we're going to see that again this evening. So here comes the 77 on the 21, again onto the inside, bumping the 21 into the outside wall. Here comes the 11 on the 77 and the 21. The 11 gets past the 21, but switched back from the 77. 77 gonna stay ahead in P4. Moves down low to block the 11. Hopefully for the 21, he has some momentum, but no, he's gonna fall a little bit further back. Victoria Gearing in that 45, looking to get past him. Not gonna do so at the moment. B-Rad also looking to get past him again. Not gonna do so. Ooh, a little bit squirmy off of 2 that time. And bless your thoughts so far. And never mind. His internet decides to act up again. So, looks like I'm going to be commentating this whole race. Anyways, we're going to move on from that. We hope he gets back in the call, this private call, in a little bit. But for now, the 11 looking past the 21 starts to move to the outside rather. Wasn't cleared for the moment, but now he is one also going to start looking as well on the 21. Now moving on. 61 going to lose a spot to the 29. We'll see if the 29 starts to chase down the 47 for the lead. And a guy we haven't talked about that much. So for Green in that number 07 Dr. Pepper Dodge racing machine. Keeping it clean to the outside of that 44 Duncan machine. Now has his eyes on the 45 of Victoria Gearing, who starts to make her way past the 21 and the 1. The 45 just barely losing touch with the 21. 21, so he's starting to fall back a little bit, not much. Shows he can keep position against the 1 for the moment. But I don't think that's going to be for long as we head up to the front. It's still the 29 of V. Colby in second. Only just over 3.6 seconds behind at the last check. At this check, it's going to be right on the money at 3.6 seconds. And they're still battling further back. 3 wide for about, I want to say that 6th or now 7th. They're showing their competitiveness in that mid to backfield. But so far, it's the 47 in the lead from the 29. That number 29, Anta Dodge Racing Machine, has been rapid this entire season and undisputed at C Sports. Where are they at? I have no idea. They should be at C Sports. Are coming into two. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, the 77 looking for a move on the 61. I just caught this. The 61 so far, for the moment, still in P3. But Mason definitely has the pace. And Mason gets the move done. Here comes that 11 also lurking in the shadows for P4. We'll have to see what happens with him. And the 29, I'm seeing this as well. The 21 in a little bit of a race with the 45 now. 45 going to get the better of that for the moment. Little bit of a jump from the 21. And
sorry about that, having issues.
At the moment, has held position against the 21, and that voice in my ear does let me know that Lushy has returned. Lushy,
yeah,
welcome
sorry
back.
about that. I keep having internet troubles. Someone at E give me a call. I'm gonna have to give you a bit of a word, but you know, we're all good. And for now, we're all good.
Yep, for the moment, he is good. You just heard it here. But the 45 isn't good. Now starting to lose position to the 21. Here comes the 07 with the bump. Beautiful bump from Sofa Green. And Victoria Gearing finds her way up into P6 for the moment. But that 21 now looking for any mistake on this 45 Super Heat Ford Racing Machine.
Yeah, the 45 is doing quite well. They're going to pull into the pits.
And it looked like everybody, except for maybe a few people, that being the 47 of Diamond Beast Law and the 61 of George of All Trades, they are going to pull into the pit. You'll give me one.
I wonder if they're conserving.
Okay. I don't think so. I didn't see a penalty.
Was that a penalty that came up?
The officials, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, and as a reminder, the last two races, both at Talladega and Bristol, no penalties were given. We are currently on a 2-week clean streak on penalties. Can we make it 3? Probably not.
Well, not 3 consecutively if we look at the penalties given from Rockingham. But I do hope that we can make it 3 races where we haven't had penalties.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
That we will. As just to remind you all, you are tuned in to C Media's coverage of the NRRA Cup Series here at the one and only Worldwide Technology Raceway, which was formerly Gateway Motorsports Park. And
hey, you got
are
it
here
correct.
for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140, round number 6 of the chase for the Globe. And I'm being told that Ray might not have served his penalty that was given. If it was, I'm not sure what that was. Somebody's being told to merge to P4. That would be George of All Trades.
Yeah, Ray Wolfo currently still 0 wins, 5 top 5s, no wins to date, and so far so good. Yeah.
Yep, and meanwhile, Ray Wolfo being given the blue flag. He does get it past as Mason, or he does let the fast car pass. Mason Tyler tries to send it on George of all trades. Isn't gonna be able to do so. And gets loose as well. So he definitely has to reconsider his strategy there. George of all trades finding his way back into P4. Mason Tyler dropped into P5 rather. And if we have a look at Mason Tyler's record here, his most recent finish was 7th. And a little note, Mason Tyler did not attend Talladega, so that was his Bristol result.
Yeah,
And
that is wow.
that is wild. Quite unfortunate.
We don't know why he didn't attend Talladega. All we know, he's at the race right now, and that's all we're bothered with.
Yep, currently not doing the worst at the moment, considering his dry streak of good performances. He's at the moment P5 in the P5 in the race standings. Good on him. Now looking down the bumper of the 61 of George of all trades. He was looking for a bump and run, couldn't quite find it there. But your leader, no surprises needed. No introductions needed either. It's V. Colby. Did get a little bit of a bump on the wall out of turn 2. But so far he hasn't really lost any time to the 47. And
Yes.
I do think that the 44 has also been lapped.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell. If I'm not mistaken, Skyronix, I think, is on the chopping block. Either him or Sofa Green. But I do think it is the latter of the two.
Yes, and let's cast our minds back to last week, while we got a bit of time, where one of the biggest stories
2 weeks ago.
coming. Huh?
It was 2 weeks ago, not last week.
Oh, sorry. Last race, where one of the biggest stories coming out of that was about Luna Johnson.
And that was the biggest, the moment where the race we focused. I do want to clarify to our viewers, the race that we focused on Luna Johnson was at Rockingham after her horrendous incident. So moving on from that. So for Green, now on the chopping block of being lapped, V. Colby takes the lead of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140. And again, just showing his dominance. He has had 11 pole positions, 14 top 5. And out of all of his finishes, or rather all of his starts, if I'm looking correctly on the NRRA Next Gen Stats sheet, looking for V. Colby. We jokingly call him Vicha, but we need not know that. 8 wins out of 17 starts. So that just goes to show you that V. Colby is one of the best rookies in the field, as Ray in the 44 given a blue flag. Now, 67 laps. I swear to God, if any of you do that, I will personally strangle you. Anyways, I will not do that. But 67 laps to go. Well, now 11 laps to go in the stage. Gene, I will personally find you and forcefully shake you if you don't stop. Anyways, 11 laps to go in the stage. 60
We got
laps to go in the whole
67
race.
laps to go.
And the race leader's brakes are absolutely cooked.
Oh, we got 66 laps to go now. But as a reminder, we do have a break between now. Oh. Oh.
Yep, we are at 65 laps to go now. V. Colby crossing the finish line. The only two drivers now are lap down, B-Red and Ray. And caution is going to be thrown. I'm not sure what that is for at the moment. Diamond spots back. I think Diamond has to feed some spot.
I wonder if it's something to do with maybe like a C-frame or something. Maybe a C-frame's happened.
I wonder if it's some kind of incident. And now our favorite man, our favorite official, Cobalt, aka Dylan, did not tell the pace car to go out. So we have no idea why the pace car is on the track. But all we do know is that V. Colby is in the lead, followed by Diamond Beastlaw. Diamond Beastlaw, from that amazing first few laps of the race, did an amazing job holding the lead. But lappers are going to be allowed to take their laps back. So B-Rad and Ray Wolfo will be on the lead lap again. And with 7 laps to go in the stage, we will be preparing for our post-stage interviews. I do want to clarify that. Interviews. Thank you.
Halfway race interviews.
Anyways, we are getting word that the 44 of Racing Pimiento, aka Ray Wolfo, and the one of B-Rad, aka Brandon Johnson, both given to the back penalties. Not sure what that is for at the moment, but I can tell you now that is what happened.
Yes, and both.
And George being told that he needs to pit. And if I'm not mistaken, the 29 is going to win the race off of pit road. George going to have the lead. I don't think I actually do, is what George is saying on the radio.
It's the first time George has ever led a lap in the NRA.
I think he's led a few laps in previous sessions. And green flag this time. George of all trades is going to be allowed to keep the lead. And he's going to lead us off of turn 4 and into the restart zone past it. And we go back green here in Worldwide Technologies Raceway. I probably messed that up again. No, I didn't. Correct?
No, you didn't.
Correct.
Congrats.
Thank you. But George now holding the lead, and massive shunt into the inside wall for Brandon Johnson. Only one car, 3 wide now.
It's going to go 3 wide.
Here comes the 47 looking as well. Don't know if the 47 will help one of these guys, but George of all trades going to hold the lead. Not for long though, as the 47 and the 29 are going to get past and keep battling for the lead. The 29 going to get past the 47 for the moment, but the 47 going to receive help from the 61 and the 11. The 11 to the inside, going to make it 3 wide for second, almost spinning. And the 21 now going to make it 3 wide for third. And this is one of the most action-filled restarts I've seen in a minute. Now the 45
I'm surprised.
Is going to make it 3 wide between the 29 herself and the 11. Going to help the 21 into second. But Diamond Beastlaw finds his way back to the lead. Pits are closed as it is 2 laps to go in the stage. And so far, Diamond Beastlaw going to find his way to the lead. Victoria Gearing, as it says on the leaderboard, is second, but no, it's her teammate Mason
Oh,
Tyler. Third, it's gonna be a battle between the 45, the 07, and the 61. This is again one of the most action-filled races I've seen in a minute, and it's fun.
Yeah.
The final lap of the stage, sponsored by
four
Steam
wide.
Media. They
Wow.
were 4 wide for a moment, but that really doesn't matter at the moment, considering that Diamond Beast Law crosses the line to win Stage 1 here at the Worldwide Technologies Raceway. And
What a
going
first
over-
stage.
Absolutely, my thoughts. Going over that finishing order, it was the 47 of Diamond Beast Law, beating out the 77 of Mason Tyler, who beats out the 45 of Victoria Gearing. In fourth, George of All Trades picks up a top 5 in the stage. V Colby Sofa Green in 5th. V Colby in 6th. Mirror 7th. Skyronix 8th. Ray Wolfo 9th. B-Red gonna round out the field in 10th. And we already have 2 people ready for interviews. So first of all, we're gonna bring up B-Red. B-Red, thank you for joining us.
Yes, you will.
How is it going so far? How has your stage 1 been?
Not good. In the back a lot. Hit a few walls. LePaged a few leaders.
I do have to agree. But
Not
moving on from that, B-Red, what's your strategy to try to hopefully gain some ground with the rest of the field, considering you have fast people like the 77, the 45, the 47, surprisingly, and the rest of the field, essentially.
I think I'm gonna need a meteor to strike on the field to have a chance today. I think that's what I'm needing.
And final question. Final question. How do you feel that Lushy's back? A little bit of a joke question.
Oh my gosh,
How do you feel that
Lushy's back.
Lushy's
This
back?
is the greatest news all day. Can y'all believe that?
I cannot believe
Lushy is back in the booth. This is amazing.
that. Anyways,
What a return.
God, I
thank
love the
you.
sarcastic Americans.
We
Wow.
thank you for joining us, B-Red. Enjoy the rest of your race. Next up. Next up, we're gonna go to our stage winner, Diamond Beast Law. Diamond, thank you for joining us.
Oh my
Congrats. Diamond.
Hello.
Okay. Just making sure you were there. Anyways, congratulations on stage 1 victory here. How are you feeling?
Cars feels good. Didn't have the best turning off of my pit stop. This track really does depend on what time you kind of enter your how you enter your corners. Definitely timing on the brake as well, especially in turn 1. Definitely can decide if you just lose like a couple of tenths, but I would say right now we have a pretty good car. It's probably going to be or Colby right now, who are the fastest at the moment, but definitely seems like when you're in traffic, it's very hard to try pulling away. But as soon as you get in that clean air, seems like you have a way easier time just trying to gain on the leader or anyone else. I've been definitely taking that to my advantage.
Yeah, you mentioned having that fast car, and yes, you have had a fast car, surprisingly fast. So surprisingly that I'm actually gonna pick you to pick up the victory today. But
thank you.
Moving on from that, how do you think that you're gonna try to keep V Colby behind, considering that he has passed you a couple of times now?
Just got to play the blocking game. I think I can battle him pretty good, and hopefully this try to either kind of get him off his timing with the brakes. Just try to get him off rhythm. That's going to be the biggest goal. But I'm going to try doing that as clean as possible. He is my teammate. He is trying to fight for a championship, but it'd be nice to get a win here at Gateway. It feels very much like New Hampshire in terms of track style. So short tracks are probably my favorite tracks to race at. So especially just growing up in New England. So I would love to try winning here. Would not be mad if my teammate did, but definitely going to try fighting him for the win here.
Yep. And you
Yeah, and I
mentioned-
do have a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
With the final 4 race of the season coming up, do you think you will make the chase?
Well, he's already made the chase.
Oh, my bad.
Do you
Disregard
think-
what I said.
Do you think that you'll make the championship 4?
I mean, if I can stir up some good finishing positions, possibly. But if I'm being honest, I'm not really focused on winning the championship right now. I just haven't had the consistency. Had some trouble at the Glen. Haven't shown up to all the chase races so far. But if we can just show up when we can, try getting these top 5 podium positions. Maybe we can try pointsing our way in. But definitely have a very tough field battle of that. Definitely Mir, Mason Tyler. If Overpaid shows up, as well as everyone else, honestly, who's in this chase. Everyone's been putting up a good fight. I know Colby's been running away with it, but it's been close with everyone else. So I really think it's anyone's game for making that championship 4. If we can do it, awesome. If we can, I'm not going to be disappointed because at least I'll have one DT car trying to fight for this championship.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Diamond Beast Law. And speaking of which, speaking of V Colby, we bring up the person that he is fighting for. Well, not really fighting, but pretty close in the championship. Vicky, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Vicky, finishing P3 in stage 1, what's your strategy to hopefully try to get past these top 2 in stage number 2?
I mean, from that whole stage, I feel like it's just like a track position. Like, you know, they're full sending, and when you get in the traffic, it's pretty bad. And people just using each other as brakes. I've dealt with that a couple times and just tried to keep it off the wall. I mean, that 3rd place was thankfully to people just full sending me, and I was able to get the run off the outside. I mean, I feel like I do have a fast car, so I just got to get through the traffic and hope for a good pit stop.
Yeah. You mentioned the brake checking and the using other cars as brakes. We have seen that a few times, and it has been some. I would have to say it has been some pretty interesting action. But other than that, you've been pretty consistent this season. What do you think it's gonna take to hopefully try to take that top step in the championship away from V Colby?
Consistent finishing, maybe top 5s, and hope for the best.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vicky, for joining us here in the C Sports Live commentary booth.
Thank you.
Next up, we've been neglecting him for a minute. Skyronix, get up here. Get up here. Skyronix, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Can I just say something real quick first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Skyronix, very sorry on behalf of C Sports for the actions of our producer.
Moving on from
yeah.
that, we have 30 seconds in this interview, so I'm only gonna ask you one question because we don't want to waste time. So, Skyronix, how are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Pretty terrible. I mean, just hasn't got the track figured out. That's all.
And thank you for your time. We appreciate it. And we're gonna go ahead and let you get back to racing. Now, here we go then for stage number 2 of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140 here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. I don't know why that's a tongue twister, but I really think that is a tongue twister.
Yeah, and as I always like to say, let the chaos ensue.
And while we have a moment, Lushy, tell us about a little bit about what's going on in BFC.
Oh, nothing much. You know, we've reached. Well, we've not reached the international break yet. However, transfer windows have happened, and we are ready to get back underway with the BFC starting, I believe, this weekend.
Yeah, you can look forward to BFC action rather.
BC,
You can look forward.
nice.
You can look forward to BFC action and all of our other sports action here on C Media. But moving along, then we're just waiting for the red flag to be lifted so we can get back pacing here. But talking a little bit more about our top 10. Luna Johnson, you mentioned her earlier in the broadcast, Lushy.
Yes, I did.
She formerly raced for Sky High Motorsports. Her most recent finish before, as we said, she forfeited her run was 13th. That finish causing her to be suspended and put on probation, which further left her to forfeit her run, if I can find my words. Anyways, I would say she's been doing pretty decent. Not the best, clearly. Only 1 win and 4 top 5s. And I do think that Dylan is back. So we might be getting back.
Yes, we
Action
are.
here. Yes, we are. Drivers being told to go back to their cars. We are back under caution. Getting ready for the second part of this Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140. I don't know why they come up with such large names for these freaking races. But drivers being told to pace without actually being told to pace. Never once did Dylan say to pace, Hunter. So, yeah, if you can hear this, buddy, you made a big mistake.
Well, yes. You think these names are wrong. Wait until you watch Formula One. Formula One Pirelli.
We are going to go ahead and get pacing.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. One of the biggest races in all of Italy. Not the biggest race, not Monza. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Has the longest name. You think this circuit name's wrong? Wait until you hear the commentators trying to pronounce that. You can go ahead and search that up on your meantime.
And you better not do that while we have coverage of the NRRA Cup Series here. Do that after. Anyways, now Diamond Beastlaw gonna win the race off of pit road. Gonna set himself up beautifully, hopefully for a second stage win and another race win. But that 29 has been looking rapid behind him. 44, Racing Pimiental, a.k.a. Ray Wolfo, gonna lead us to the green flag this time.
Is it going to be a seat frame on the restart? Yes.
Watch the commentator's curse coming lucky. Anyways, hopefully not. Now, coming off of turn number 4 into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. And we are back underway here at the Worldwide Technologies Raceway. And 47 immediately going to make a move. The 29 going to send it to his inside to make it 3 wide. Both of them starting to get past the 44. Going to do so. The 47 gonna get to the point. Ultimate winner of that battle. But the 29 and the 44 battling further as the 45 gonna make her way up into second position. Now under a little bit of contention from the 44, and the 29 gonna try to send it in deep. Does it? Well, he does get a little bit of a move done. 61 gonna help him get past. Now that I do think that the 61 is gonna want to try to get past the 29 here. So far, he's going to settle for third position.
Yes, it is very likely that a lot of drivers are going to lick the stamp and send it. You know, this track is very good for overtakes. You can see right in the back, it's almost 4 wide.
And I do think something happened to Brandon Johnson again, as I just saw him wall ride off of 1 and 2. But anyways, back to the front of the action. That number 61 machine, that number 61 Roadstock Racing machine, that Ford Racing machine, I should clarify. He's been pretty consistent this entire race. Now finds himself in third. George had his moment in 7 starts, no wins, no poles, but he does have 2 top 5s to his name. So hopefully he can pick up his third top 5.
Yes,
But
hopefully they can get it there for top 5.
Yeah, but the 45 behinds also looking. The 45 behinds looking for her. Can find it. Yep, if I can find it. Where is it? I got it.
Yes, while he has time to find it. Not too bad. Oh, he's got it.
I got it here. Out of 13 races, 2 wins, 2 5. I cannot talk. 5 top 5. So she might be looking to pick up her 6th top 5 this season.
Yes.
And
is that going down the inside? The 61 on the 47.
Yep.
Good move, but it looks like the 47 is going to come back.
Beautiful. It does look like the 47's not going to come back, but the 29, 1.1 seconds ahead of that battle for second. That gap is only going to grow if these two don't stop fighting each other, instead work together. And if these two don't stop fighting each other and work together, 47 going to find his way back up into second, but he clips the outside wall and the inside wall. No, outside wall. Caution's out. Yep, no caution. Dylan's doing whatever. There is no caution. 1.9 seconds from V. Colby is the 61. The 77 now looking for second position off of the 61. You heard it, or rather, you didn't hear it. The 77 hasn't really had the best chase at the moment, but so far, this has been his best standing result if things were to end as they are. Same thing with the 61, but the 77 desperately needs these points. But the 29 just absolutely, again, dominating the race. And 2.1 seconds George is from V. Colby. Now in a battle with the 77.
Oof. A good battle, but I think the 47 got mistaken from that miscommunication between race control and the drivers with that caution causing the 77 to move past. And that's why he is up 2 positions.
Yeah. It's the no caution call coming just seconds after it was thrown. So, and people on the radio are asking how George of all trades is this good. Currently sitting in 3rd position, 2.9 seconds from V. Colby. Just mere tenths of a second from the 77 of Mason Tyler. Mason Tyler, as you put it. Mason Tyler racing for Torque Labs. His most recent finish, 8th at, I forget what it was. Or rather, Mason Tyler racing for Swift Motorsports. I do apologize for that. Most recent finish was 7th. Just a couple races ago, looking at the schedule, at Rockingham Speedway. So Mason has been pretty consistent, but this, again, he would be his best result. As V. Colby, we all know he's most likely to win this race. And here comes the 61 to the inside, has the momentum, has the pace, definitely. If he didn't, he would be in the back. And has the move sticked? Yes, it has. So the 61 up into P2, 77 down into P3. Here comes the 47 now looking on the 77. 77 going to also look on the 61, trying to get that second position back. And coming into turn number 3, going to be able to do so. But here comes the 47 looking for third. A little bit of bumping from the 61 and the 47. And that's gonna definitely drag them back from the 29.
Yes, and how many laps are left?
There are 37 laps to go.
So 37 laps to decide who gets second place. Second, third, and fourth. That is, wow, they're currently in a battle.
And the 45 is also lurching in the shadows, just waiting for any mistake.
Whoa, look at Kobe.
Oh,
Colby.
Yeah. Colby now just over half a second away from the other people in the top 5. 47 going to find his way into second then. The 77 rather going to find his way into third. 0.06 of a second going to separate those two. And again, this battle, these
whoa, C-frame.
Whoa, C-frame, and the caution immediately thrown.
Huge C-frame.
Huge C-frame.
And
yes,
commentary's curse at its best.
Yeah. Just gonna say half a second, or rather more than 10, about a 10th, or rather 100th of a second between the two of them. As race control saying official, that's a pretty decent example of a swift move.
So,
and go ahead.
So a couple days ago, the prime picks for this race got announced. Just how we have some time during this thingy. V Colby to win. People have said yes. Oh, it's going to be under yellows. P5 is going to either finish between 9th and 2nd. And the first time winner in Cup or O'Reilly will be this weekend. Another bonus bet. What manufacturer will win the Cup race? It'll either be a Chevy or a Ford.
Toyota really hasn't been looking all that good in the prime picks from Prime Sports. If you want to check out those prime picks, do consider joining the official National Road Racing Association Discord server. And we are being told green flag gonna fly this time. Oh, get ready for more action.
Look at first place.
If you have not been entertained, looking towards V Colby then. And another thing, Aiden Moores has the fastest lap by 0.8 of a second.
Oof, wow.
Green flag in the air. Colby leading us to it. And here comes the 47 looking to the inside. Braking later. And the 61 bumping the 29 back into contention for the lead. 29 going to keep the lead over the 47.
Yes, it was a huge hit from the rear of I think it was the 61. I'm doing this virtually from I'm not within the stadium, so give or take, I might get some stuff wrong.
It was the 61.
It was the 61. My bad.
But the 29 has been again very consistent. As here comes the 11. I was gonna say the 07. 07 in the back of the field. Not good for him. But 07 the 11 gonna look for third. So far keeping that position. 45 of Victoria Gearing finds her way towards the back of the field. A little bit of a bump from the 77, her teammate. And the two of them gonna try to fight their way up in the field. They were third and I want to say fifth, if I'm not mistaken, in stage number 1. But right now they find themselves in 6th and 9th, respectively. The 45 battling the 1, okay? And the 77 battling the 21 for last. Unfortunate for him. Here comes the 45 now on that rear bumper of the 44. Well, starting to get there. Who is himself on the rear bumper of the 61. So definitely gonna be looking for some action between these three. Now these two, excuse me. Oh, that was close between the 44 and the 61. The 45 looking for a 2-for-1 special. It's past the 44, now gets past the 45. She is up into E4. 2-for-1 special. 61 giving a little bit of a bump. Trying to look for that bump and run. I think it might work here. Bumps the 45 into the wall. 26 laps of racing left. And the 45 rather, with a beautiful block to the outside. The 44 just behind the 45. Now looking to keep the 61 at bay. Here comes the 77 doing the same thing the 61 did to his teammate.
I'm getting ready to curse someone.
77 looking to get past. And he does, but not for long. The 61 going to sail back into 5th position.
So I do feel like someone is going to get a C-frame. Well, no, not even someone. Someone in the top 5 is going to get a C-frame between now and the end of the race.
So far, no C-frames have been given. And in game, it is 5:44 p.m. And V. Colby being insulted by the race officials. I'm V. Colby and I'm boring. Z. Anyways, moving on from that. 23 laps to go. Lap number 88 here in the Worldwide Technologies Raceway. At the Valvoline Instant Oil Change 140. V. Colby in the lead from Diamond Beast Law. 1.7 seconds between those two. Mirror Gamer 15, aka the one and only Aiden Morse. He is 2.8 seconds behind the leader in 3rd. Then it's going to be the 45 of Victoria Gearing, 4th rather. George of All Trades in 5th. I think he might pick up another top 5 here. Ray Wolfo finding himself 6th. Then it's Mason Tyler in 7th. Sofer Green in 8th. B-Red 9th. And Skyronics in 10th. Excuse me. This is what happens when you talk for a while and you don't have any water next to you.
This is also an ad for water provided by C Media.
Anyways, so far the field has been pretty quiet. And yes, thank you for that, Gene. And while we are on the topic of water, that number 11 Liquid Death Water Ford racing machine of Aiden Morse looking for a top 2 here. Past the 47, he goes wide, smacks the wall off of 2. Gonna lose a little bit of time to the 47, number 47 Dollar General machine. But definitely has kept pace. And I'm using filler words, so ignore me. Anyways, top 3 has been pretty consistent. Your pole sitter, B. Colby, stage 1 winner, the 47, and the 11 of Aiden Morris, as V. Colby is being told to let off for a second. I doubt he will.
Yeah,
He's
17
want to give up this
to
lead.
go. Oof. Yeah, 17 laps to go. Up 16 now. V. Colby just leading by just 4/10 of a second. And some may say he's not running away with it. He's just putting a commanding lead, and that lead is probably why he's going to go into first place.
He is still first place. But moving on from that, the 47 has also started to close the gap just a little bit. Might even look for a move here into 3. No, he doesn't. But the 11 is starting to look to gain time. It's the 47 nearly on the back bumper of that number 29 machine. Meanwhile, if I can, looking at that number $47 General machine, number $47 General Dodge Racing machine is not called Dodge Racing. I just added the racing to it to add the racing to it. But anyways,
yes,
D. Colby down to just on the money, 2/10 separating himself from the 47. And
yeah, if you
that profile picture in the corner of my eye lets me know that we have a second commentator. And before we get to that, the 11 gonna steal his way past the 47. Now he's starting to chase down the 29. But Surfer, welcome aboard.
Surfer, what can you call this? 12 laps to go.
Almost 3 wide. Surfer, we'll let you stay there. But Surfer, comment.
Oh my god,
it's been a long day. Anyways,
yeah,
2 wide between the 47 and the 11 for second, but the 47 gonna find his way past the 11 again. The 11 starting to look for momentum on the outside, gonna get blocked by the 47. Beautiful block from the ladder. Now the 47 starting to find ground against the 29, and I do see a lap car in the distance. Big shunt from the 11. Does that let the 11 move past the 47? Almost, but not quite at the moment.
Yes.
So the 47 looking to keep his position. Forced to wash up a little bit early, but overall keeps the position. And they're just 4/10 away from the 29 of V. Colby.
Yes, as we get to just around 9 to 8 laps left. V. Colby's in the pits.
V. Colby pits, so does the 11. So I think the 47 might have a chance of sweeping this if the 45 doesn't make a move.
So now what I'm on the understanding is that V. Colby is going for an undercut, if possible, a very, very late undercut from V. Colby.
V. Colby might be going for an undercut. Diamond Beast Law in the pits as well. Rolling.
If this works out well, if this works out well for V. Colby, what a move to decide the race. Oh,
and if the 45 can keep this going for a good while, she picks up her second win in a row. And Mirror is going to be given congratulations for a legal pit exit. I'm not sure why we needed to see that message. But anyways, 6 laps to go here in Worldwide Technology Raceway. I should say. But anyways, your leader, the 45 of Victoria Gearing, from her teammate in the 77 of Mason Tyler. B-Red in third. His best result all chase, I might add. The 45 is in the pits. Question is, does she
leave Skyronics?
Does her teammate follow her? Probably not. Mason Tyler has
Skyronics could be in the lead.
So at the moment, the 45 is still in the lead, but not for long. No.
V. Colby is going to be in the lead. V. Colby's completed the undercut.
Beautiful undercut from the 29. But we all know how this is going to end. Anyways, the 47 is your best hope at getting a winner that's not V. Colby.
Now, as a reminder, V. Colby currently leading the point standings, 2,260 points compared to Vicky Gearing's 2,153 points, 107 points separates them.
Half a second also separates V. Colby from Diamond Beastlaw in the 47. So I do think that Diamond at the moment has a chance, as I say that he's 0.6 of a second. Well, just under 0.7 of a second.
And if somehow Diamond Beastlaw wins, he'd go up to 7th in the standings. And disregard what I say, commentator's curse, he's hit the barrier.
Final lap, sponsored by C Sports here. We all know how this is going to end. I don't even need to commentate this.
Oh, well, I guess I'll do it. So as he rounds the final couple corners, how many times in a row V. Colby wins?
That's his ninth career win. That's a freaking rookie in this league.
Who he's turning into Kimi Antonelli. Look.
Rescue battle for P5 turns into a win.
No. Max Verstappen 2023. Full complete domination from V. Colby.
Moving on from that. Quite unfortunate we didn't get to see a winner that's not V. Chud. But it is what it is.
It is now time for...
Thank you for joining us, first of all.
Yes.
I would definitely have to agree with that. But, Mason, we appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah, we were pretty terrible. Consistently.
You did pretty good when it comes to stage 1, but that pit strategy was just terrible.
It wasn't even that. It was the caution that I brought out, and I don't know. It went downhill from there. So, good job to the 77 Jim Reapers Ford Swift Motorsports team. We continue to show up and be pretty unimpressive. And it makes one wonder how much longer they want to keep doing this. But, congrats to, V. Colby on another win. Yippee. And Swift Motorsports and Full Throttle Racing, both our Swift Motorsports, my team, and then Full Throttle Racing, Victoria's team, our ally. Great showings today, so I can't complain too much, I guess. But, just one of them days, man.
Yeah, she picked up another top 5. Again, congrats to her. But just walk us through what you think you could have done differently to maybe hold a top 3.
Oh, geez. Well, first off, not hit that invisible corner cut wall that took out half the field. And then, I don't know, it seemed like everyone else figured out the track as well. So, like, me earlier, I'm like, oh, dude, I feel pretty good about this because I hadn't practiced. And then by the time, the second stage arrives, even, So4 Green was giving me a great run for my money to the point it was getting a little obnoxious. But, that's how that goes. George was very fun to battle with, I'll say that much. The battle of red and green was very amusing. But honestly, I don't know if there's much more we could do other than, shoot maybe a bit more consistent. But I mean, it's Roblox, you know, so you can only be as consistent as your keyboard lets you.
Not much you can do about that. But Mason, what a showing from you. And again, thank you for joining us here in this Sports Live commentary booth.
Thank you, guys. I'll try.
Yep, he said he'll try. Anyways, moving on. George of all trades, George, thank you for joining us. How was that race? Let me first ask that. How was that race?
I mean, huge turnaround from qualifying, right? You know, we qualified dead last over like a second off pace, but they wrecked on like that first or second lap or something. I can't remember how quickly we wrecked, but they wrecked and we got a lot of track position and started to figure out the car from there. And looked like it was going to be a good top 5 day for us. I ain't gonna lie though, feeling a little frustrated with the fact Victoria, you know, came on here during the halfway break. It complained a bunch about getting ran over, and I pushed her to the win at Talladega, and she pushed me into the fence for 5th. So, don't really get that. You know, I just feel like if you want to race, you know, with some bumpers, I'm game. You know, let's do it. I raced everybody else with bumpers, and we had fun, and we had fine, but if you're going to complain about getting bumped and then you're going to go and use the bumper on the last lap for the spot, you know, it kind of looks hypocritical.
Yeah, definitely does. And you were doing good in this race too. You had, if I'm not mistaken, Gene, correct me if I'm wrong, you had finished second, third, or fourth in stage number 1. And that was definitely your best showing, hands down. But just a combination of bad things. It's something you really can't help, considering that this is Roblox and that people sometimes won't race you the way you want to race. But other than that, is just good showing today. So let me ask you this: looking forward to next week. As if I have a look at the schedule next week at Texas, what are you gonna be focusing on, maybe to hopefully turn this result around?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure that Texas is going to be a good place for us. I mean, you look at where we've been fast so far. We were fast at Indy. We were fast here tonight. And then the only other place we were fast was Talladega, but everybody's fast there. So I don't think Texas is enough about brakes. I feel like that's the two things that came up for Indy and here was is a heavy braking track. I know that I was able to jump in the car and get like a mock qualifying run at New Hampshire, although I wasn't assigned driver yet. And I would have qualified into the field there if I had been a driver. So I wasn't terribly fast in that qualifying run, but given I had never touched the car at all and I was able to be fast enough, I would have made the field. I think just more tracks like that are what we are going to focus on next year. Because I mean, really at this point, you know, I'm not in the playoffs, I'm not in the chase or anything. So we're just trying to build momentum for next year, moving on past Torque Labs and building our own thing.
Yeah, definitely going to be a stepping stone in that regard. But other than that, thank you for joining us. And to our viewers at home, before we send him off, George of all trades, we found out earlier in the season, owner of Stock Racing. George, how is that going?
It's going pretty good. We actually we just did another partnership. We did it with Rex Racing Co. and Brayton Laster. We have a couple more connected cars on the way. We've had really good partnerships with Team Amerivet, MBM, and we've got a couple more coming. Should have one more real-life car coming next week, and then we've got a couple more that are lined up, ready to go. So we're just going to keep working on that, keep doing that. More tracks, more features, more everything. I know a lot of people complain about the changes that we've done with Stock Racing, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting a lot of what people want back, and we're getting a lot of new things that people have always wanted and never had. So
Yeah, I think quarter pipe being removed is one of the things that people definitely have been wanting to be undone. So we do want to thank you for that, and we also thank you for joining us again.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
We
you
can do
can hit
that.
me up as well. You can hit me up as well. I would definitely participate in that. But moving on from that, George, we thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a good rest of your evening. Now, moving on, this gentleman has decided to join us in the in-game Roblox racing, the in-game in Roblox C Sports live commentary booth. Ray, thank you for joining us.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening to you as well. Ray, you finished 8th here, and you've been pretty consistent the entire race. Just walk us through essentially walk us through what was going through your mind throughout the race to hopefully try and get you consistent.
It's actually we finished fourth today.
Yeah,
It's this is the
yeah, my
after
bad.
race,
My bad.
but yeah, overall, first half of the race, I kind of struggle with the laps I'm been trying to make down. I didn't practice at all at Gateway, despite it being that this is our home base, just a short drive down to I-55 in Springfield. But overall, we keep it like probably in the middle of the pack, but hopefully. But second half is just where we start trying to figure out and learning the track. And then particularly we had to make our final pit stop that we had to like cycle out with less than 10 to go. We try to calculate the fuel as much as we need to get it to the end. Thankfully, it worked out well. We finished in the top 5 and managed to get ahead of George. Perfectly timed calculation to our fuel and solid points to pick up. But yeah, but once again, can't even outpace the DTM guys, so it's kind of struggle.
Yep, and going to next week at Texas, what is your God? What is your what what are you mainly going to be focusing on in the race at Texas?
For Texas, it's gonna be the same thing, like just like Charlotte, but just a little wider of turn 1 and 2 where I got second. So, we're definitely gonna be taking notes for that. But we're gonna be looking for is how do others drive around the track and what line that they're taking, what speed that they're going max out on the corners. It's gonna be a real game. It's gonna be a real challenging to figure out. But this is like quad medium track. We should probably get this hand down by then once we've learned about Charlotte a couple of months earlier. But yeah, we'll see how things gets going.
All right, Ray. Thank you for joining us, and we thank you for showing up tonight.
Yeah.
I cut him off. I do apologize. Now, this gentleman here needs no introduction. He got his 9th career win tonight. V Chud, welcome aboard.
Calling me V Chud, what's your problem?
Yeah, I'm officially a V Colby hater.
No.
I am now a professional V Colby hater.
No, not my
Exactly.
Wanderers
But
fans. No.
exactly. But on a serious note, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
And um now before we get into the race stuff, talking about a little bit about our fantasy league, I just want to say what was your thoughts behind not accepting my trades?
What was the trade? I forgot.
Look, I forgot too, but I know I had asked you for something, but you had refused to give it to me.
I don't know.
But anyways, now Colby, what's your strategy going into Texas to try and hopefully get your 10th win this season? Gene, I will personally find you and violently shake you if you don't shut up. Anyways, go ahead. Colby, go ahead. Colby, go ahead.
No, I would just plan to run as good as we can, have some fun in there. It's not like we're too worried about points. There's almost no way we fumble this.
Yeah, and the 47 is Gene, I will personally find you and drag you out of your home and violently shake you if you don't shut up. Now, before I was rudely interrupted, V. Colby,
Hi.
You and the 47 of Diamond Beast Law had a few battles throughout the entirety of the race. Walk us through what you were thinking, trying to just keep the 47 behind you.
I mean, that 47 was so good in turns 3 and 4. Like, he would get a better run than me almost every time. 1 and 2 was my bread and butter, and I think that's what kind of closed off the deal, at least in those last couple of laps. But early on, when we were just like dog fighting back there, I mean, it was terrible because one corner I would pass him, and then the next he would be down on my inside. I mean, you can say that a lot about almost every driver here. Like George, for example. Like, dude, he was a pain to pass.
Yeah, I do think he was. I'm surprised he didn't even get lapped. But anyways, Colby, thank you for joining us. And again, congratulations on 9 wins this season.
Thank you, man.
Now, I think that's everyone. So now we have our updated points as I'm being told in my ear. V. Colby up to 2,315 points, just extending that gap to Aiden Morse, who now is in second, followed by Victoria Gearing. She has lost second by 1 point. Now, this is going to be a battle for the ages in the third or fourth, I want to say, to last race. Dean, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, fourth to last race. So, Ironic's gonna find himself in definitely closing the gap to Brandon Johnson in P6. And again, we need to get a counter for the amount of times I say definitely. Anyways, moving on. In 8th position, it's overpaid in that number 25 machine. 2,117 points to Mason Tyler's 2,114 points. 3 points separating those two. And as you can see on the bottom of the leaderboard, she I mean, I really don't need to talk about her, but anyways, Luna Johnson has forfeited her run at the Globe. And so Luna Johnson ends her season with 1 win, 47 laps led, 7.9 her average finishing position, and 2,066 points to her name. And now, in a darkened gateway, Worldwide Technologies Raceway, I am always impartial, aka Immortalis Impartial, wishing you and your own a very happy evening. And other words that I cannot formulate at the moment. Anyway, we wish you all the best, and we hope you have a good evening. And that will be it for C Media's coverage of the instant oil change, the Valvoline instant oil change 140 here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. And we will see you next time. And you know there'll always be a next time. But until then, have a good one. V. Colby picks up his 9th career win to nobody's surprise.
This telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or re-uploaded in any form without giving explicit credit to C Media, the featured properties under its CC Sports division, and the sanctioning bodies featured in this presentation.